one way or another. Let's go. Let's continue to grind and shine. Open up your mind, right? They say, mama, there go that man again. He's live like 95 on a Sunday. No Sleep Nation. Shout out to all of the HBOs and the SGs out there. Come on. Tell those friends, those neighbors, those foes where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond, right? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Shout out to all of the rookies. They trying to pave their way, right? Come on. Ashaniqua, Pookie, Ray, let's go. Tell them, ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. Do me a huge favor. When you find that friend, and when you find that neighbor or foe, tell them how about them Cowboys. Come on. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. The revelations of your heart, the sentiments of your thoughts, the ride or dies. Come on. Tell them we don't know when to stop. We root, we support, we follow, we chase, we fight, we grind for this team. And we still tell them one way or another. Huh? Come on. Yeah. That's how we do it, baby. That's how we do it. Roll. Come on. Let's go. Come on. That's what we do, baby. That's what we do. Come on. Yeah. Tell them. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Let's go. Let's grind for your mind. Let's get it going, baby. Yeah. How you stop a tank with no key? A man with a purpose and a plan of action. Let's get it going. Yeah. Almost finished there, Cowboy Nation. What my time at? Oh, 7 seconds. Uh-oh. Let me get some more clock. Get some more clock action on this thing. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. It won't be the full 3. Yeah. I just gotta fix one more thing and we'll jump right on. But while this beat is hitting your soul, cry with the nation, baby. Yeah. With the libations for the situation. No deviations nor hesitations for this, right? We got some real soldiers and dogs out there. That's what I'm looking for. Looking for a few, not many. Come on. Not many, not many. Tim, what's good with you? Alex, appreciate you. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Tell them ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Let's grind and let's roll with it, baby. Let's grind and let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. Come on. What my realist at, man? Appreciate y'all. Let me see some fire emojis up in this thing, baby. Let me see some fire emojis. Come on. Come on. Let's go. See that fire emoji up in this thing. Y'all see them. How about them boys, Williams? Eastside Harold, shout out to you, man. Cody, what's good with you? Within, appreciate you. Racer. Let's go. Let's grind and shine. J Mac in the house. I see you, fam. Appreciate you. Yeah, check on Deshaun Watson. TA Cowboys. Let's grind. Come on. At the end of the year, one of these guys can be hosting that Lombardi Trophy. Huh? Let me know if I'm lying. Yeah. Come on. K Turk in the house. Let me see that fire emoji again. Sean Savage. Watch how he. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Where my dogs at? Come on. This is for the haters. Always, Cowboy Nation. Really appreciate you all for being part of this thing. Excited for this new upcoming week. I hope all is well, man. We had a flash flood out here in Dallas, man, and it was just crazy. I know over there in Georgia, people fighting each other for gas, right? And it's just been crazy all over, man. This world is crazy. But I want to tell everybody, man, I hope that all is well. I hope that you guys are above water, and I hope that if you have a smooth week, I hope you got gas so you can get to your job and things like that. And if you can't get there, I hope all is well. William Anthony, appreciate you for being part of this thing. Be sure that y'all tell y'all loved ones that y'all love them. You never know when will be the last time, right? That's my message for the day. I can leave, right? Shout out to you, Mike. Appreciate you, man. Loki, appreciate you for jumping in. DC for life. 0404, appreciate you for being part of this community. Yes. So I didn't get a chance to hear these interviews. I didn't get a chance to go over these interviews. I just been busy all this weekend. I did break down some film footage of Boss Man Fat Kelvin Joseph and a few things that I'm going to put out that video sometime this week. B no. Hey, man, you automatic with it, man, with the $20, man. Appreciate you, man, coming off that thing. Duval in the house, man. Appreciate you for doing that. Had to start the chat off right. He clicked that like and he donated. He's a Jaguar fan, big cat country. But in that cat country, hey, we might say we the Cowboys, but we got some of these over here. Y'all hear that? We got some dogs, dog. We better watch out. We don't got no. I can't have cats as pets, man. That's just me. Oh my goodness. JS236, talk is talk. Let them talk on the field. Yeah. Yeah, I do like that saying though, JS2. You know, we all look at talk is cheap. You know, silence is gold, right? We heard that talk is silver, silence is gold, and these sorts. But there was this guy named one of the greatest boxers of all time, the great Muhammad Ali. That brother would talk you down, and he'll whoop that tail, right? And if it wasn't for extracurricular activities and activists and all these other things, he probably would have had even more of an impact out of the boxing community. But he will tell you, I'm going to knock you out. I'm the greatest, right? Pound for pound, I'm the greatest. And that is what it's like right now. But my thing is, appreciate you, Cody. Also coming off the top rope, appreciate you. But it's one of those things in DC for life. Appreciate you for becoming a member. I mean, man, y'all are doing the most over here. I love it. Which interview do you guys want to hear first, right? which interview? I got Jabril Cox. I got Quentin Bohama, Hana. I said Hana. Nashawn Wright. We got Simi. And then we got Coach. I probably put Coach up for last, though. And we go over those interviews and these sorts of things. All is the greatest of all time. Nothing but facts. Yes, Ali. I didn't see that I in there. But yeah, Ali is the greatest of all time. Jabril Cox, okay. Kelvin Joseph film. I would do that film session. I might have it ready by Tuesday or Wednesday, give or take. And I want to chop up some more film and footages to put out there. And majority of Kelvin Joseph film session, this is not going to be like a highlight gang. I'm going to try to give you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. But we're going to still keep it positive, right? I'm not going to sully or denigrate the kid, but there are some flaws in his game. But his flaws are very, 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 very minute. I like his positives over his flaws, but I got to give you guys the red pill. Some people like the blue pill philosophy of me saying that, hey, you can eat 40 donuts and you won't gain a pound, but that's not true, right? That's not true. Law don't do that around here. We ain't going to go down that road, right? We're going to give y'all the real stuff, right? Let's go with Jabril. Woo! Y'all get y'all dogs, man. Y'all get y'all dogs. I know most of you guys saw it, so I haven't yet to see this interview. And let me see if I can find the clip. And if I go like this, it should pop up. Yeah. Oh, it's delayed. Okay, that's all good. It's up there, though. Appreciate y'all. All right, so we got Jabril up here on the screen. I think my dog Okoye did a film session on Jabril Cox and some other. I don't know if Vach, he probably did a film session on Jabril Cox. So I want you guys to make sure and be sure to go check it out. As well as I want to say Big Game James did a film assessment on Jabril Cox. And there are many of other content creators that got content on Jabril Cox. Now, how I do it is I don't watch nobody's film session. I don't watch it until I did my film session so that I won't get clouded or get from their opinion, because I want to go into this thing raw, basically, without knowledge of what they said and what other people done said. I like to do my own homework. I might move a little bit slower than others because I got thousands of things going on right now. But I will say, based off the short film that I was able to see from Jabril Cox, he kind of built like a safety, right? You don't like when you first look at this dude, you don't think linebacker, right? You don't look at this guy and say, "Oh man, he got the big broad shoulders, you know, and he got the big forearm and he's built like a." No, your first impressions of him when you see him is, man, that's a safety. But he plays linebacker. He's not a safety. So we will see how the Cowboys are going to utilize and work with him. And he got one of the dogs that's in his corner. He got George Edwards, man. So that's something that we know for sure. That's his specialty. But let's play this interview. And I have yet to hear this interview, so bear with me.
Late in practice, can you walk us through the interception?
Yes, sir. It was just an over Allen call. The whole defense, we were communicating early on, so we could already gauge what was going to happen pre-snap. And Micah, he did a good job of carrying the wide over the field. And then I just took him after he dropped him, and he made a good play on the ball. And then I just caught the ball with the tip. So credit to Micah and the whole defense communicating before pre-snap. But it was a pretty good play.
The cover three, or what kind of coverage were you guys in?
We were in a base regular cover 3. We call it over Allen. So it's one of the first installs we get when we come here. So we were just getting that down.
Over
Does
Allen.
It feel good as someone who takes pride in his coverage ability to get that first interception under your belt on your first 11-11 period?
Definitely. It builds confidence. This being a new place, it's not something that I lack though. But it's just good to get a feel and really get back to football after training for like 4 to 5 months on just strictly combine. So getting back to football is something that we really needed, and I really enjoyed.
I'm sure turnovers are something that the coaching staff has told you guys that they want more out of this season. How much of an emphasis has that been as a defense already in rookie minicamp? Is it something you guys talk about?
Yes, this is a big emphasis. It's one of our 6 rules that we have. First, we have to communicate, and we also have to create turnovers. That's something that really changes the game and really impacts the game as a whole, especially on the defensive side. So if we can create turnovers, that can make it easy for the offense, and you'll be able to win a lot more games than you lose.
Man, that kid already saying some good stronghold stuff, man. Over Allen, I need to see what type of alignment that will be. I'm quite sure in the cover 3, everybody was off the ball or what have you, and it could have been some cloud looks and within the confines of that. Hopefully, when the course of the season goes through as far as the off season, I will be able to see some of the formations and then pick it out from there. Now, my thing is, if that's their base, then I might not put it out there because people be like, look, Lord, we putting out all of the secrets. But I'm quite sure that, these other teams, these billionaire-led teams, they have a scout, they have a person, they have somebody watching and probing and seeing what this team is doing and what they're trying to do and what their base fundamentals are. They're not going over here to this particular page and saying, okay, this is what they're doing. This is how their alignments and assignment, this is their base. I'm quite sure that that's not the case nor the scenario. All right, so my thing is there's a difference between luck and skills and the ability. I don't believe in the hearts of hearts that this kid got 10 interceptions in his collegiate career by luck or by chance. He prepared, made preparations. He saw what he needed to see, and the ball is in the air. People got that ability to make a calculated decision and a risk, and they marry their skills up so that they can make those play on the ball. Shout out to you, B-New, for the other donation, man, to help elevate the nation. Really appreciate you, man. Man, you contributing to this channel, man. I don't even know what to say, dog. You building the channel over here, man. Appreciate you.
Communicate effectively, do things right. It's all just basis of just being a Dallas Cowboy, knowing that everything's under a microscope, and you have to really earn the star and want to play for, and really earn to play for Dallas, for real.
Bro, what's the benefit of having these couple of days before you're on the field with the veteran?
I think it's great just to get
This is gonna be crazy.
Camaraderie with the rookies, and just being able to get a couple of the bases down. I know on Monday when we get with everybody else, it's going to be nice to just get familiar with just the facility and the coaches, and then get things rolling.
Hey, why they taking that little pause right there? Hope I ain't too loud, man. Y'all let me know if I'm too loud. Cowboy Nation. These veterans, they're going to be looking at it like, okay. Yeah. Y'all smelling yourself. Let me show y'all how it's done, right? Oh, my goodness. Gary Blunt says, Law Nation, if Dak hurts his ankle again, does he still get paid? Well, there's a thing called guaranteed money, and I believe he got a signing bonus that he's going to get paid regardless, and I think that his guaranteed is north of $90 million. I don't know what his guaranteed is. I forgot it. I used to know it just like that, but he's going to get paid, and I don't think that the kid is going to get hurt. Thou should decree a thing, and it shall be established, right? But there are situations and contentions and all of that stuff is put into place if in a situation, Lord forbid, that he get hurt.
You talk about, again, people talk about your coverage skills. Just for a player your size, developing those, how you went about that.
I take pride in it. It's something ever since I was young. I've always wanted to cover the best people, go against the best. And that's just something that I've worked on over the years.
Yeah.
I know, attest to a lot of the coaches that I had in my past and also growing up. They really helped me and define that. And I'm just trying to become an overall great linebacker in every asset, and just not coverage, also in the run support and everything else.
Where do you need to improve in run support, do you believe?
I believe in using my hands a lot more. This league, everybody's good. Everybody's here for a reason. So being able to get off blocks will really help in making plays.
Yeah.
It seems like you guys have been working a lot with George Edwards. I know you've only been around for a few days, so what has he been like?
Could you repeat that?
It looked like you guys have been working a lot with George Edwards. The linebackers have been. What has it been like with him? I know it's only been a few days, though.
Oh, yeah, he's been a great coach. Anything we need, any questions needed to be asked, he's there to help. And he's really just one of those coaches that really wants to teach, and he's hands-on and really helps us in any way possible. He's one of the better coaches that I've had. Not that I had any coaches that weren't great, but he's one of those coaches that I can already tell he's a real good one.
What are your impressions of Micah Parsons now that you've been able to be on the field in meetings with him?
Definitely very mature. He's ready to work. He's not scared of competition, and I think we're gonna make each other better. Him pushing me and me pushing him. So I can't wait to get things rolling. And he's one of those guys that he's really gonna be great for a long time.
What linebacker positions are you and him playing? It seems like he's moving around a lot. Whereabouts are you guys playing at right now?
Right now they have him at the mic and me at the wheel, but we're able to interchange and play multiple positions. The Mike, Will, and Sam is really interchangeable, so we're learning all three. But right now he's at the mic and I'm at the wheel.
Back on Coach Edwards for a second. Does he need to work on his arm? Seemed like he had a hard time getting the ball to you guys in some of those drills.
Yeah, definitely. Throwing's not one of his strong suits. So, but no, overall, he was teaching us well during the drills. But just the throwing aspect, I think we need to put in some overtime with him.
Yeah, that was a good, funny question there. Coach Edwards, last season, I seen him a little bit with the players. It seems as if, though, last season that Coach Edwards kind of like, okay, this is not my role. They got me at this position. I'm going to fall back for a second, and I'm going to allow the other guy to coach. I forgot his name. And this year, by this kid already saying that, hey, Coach Edwards, he's hands-on, one of the better coaches that I had, not to sully or denigrate my other coaches. That was a good way to put that. That's a good PC answer, by the way. He don't want to sully and denigrate the North Dakota coaches nor the LSU coaches. So that is a good situation with Jabril. He seems as if, though, he's a well-groomed and well-cut guy. Shout out to you, Cuba Cowboy. Appreciate you. And Reddy Red, appreciate you for jumping in.
All right, thank you, guys.
That was the end of that one. All right, so we got a few more. I believe the next one is Quentin Bohanna, and then we have Nushan Wright, and then we have, I believe that will be Simi. Let me know which one you guys want to roll with next. You know, I'm going to let y'all roll with the flow on this one. Law, is this one is better defensive draft that the Cowboys had drafted in the past year? This is F and A. I don't know. I can't pinpoint it yet until we see the pad action on there and then until we see them actually in action. Right now, everything is on paper. It feels good. It sounds good. I see some Nashawn, one. I see two Simi, one, two Bowls, and then Nashawn. Okay, so everybody is winning with Mr. Wright. Okay, so we're going to go with Nashawn. Okay, here we go. We're going to go with him since he had some actions, too. And then we'll go with Big Bo next.
It feels good to get a interception in your second practice, and can you talk about that play a little bit?
Yeah. The receiver gave me a certain split. Coach Al kind of talked me through the play, and I kind of just knew what technique I had to execute. So that happened, and my guy broke. I broke. Ball came out, and I was just able to make a play on the ball. I dove for it. Not used to having to get back up and run, but
yeah,
when I'm here, I have to kind of learn to get back up and go.
Teach him, got to get up. Look, you got it. When you catch that ball, You're still alive, man. Get up and go put 6 of them on the board. That's what we want to see. I like it. Now, of course, he might have had J.T. Barrett throwing him the ball. I don't know. It could have been Brady Davis. It could have been the other guy, whoever. I don't know if DiNucci is out there. I don't know. So we will see how it would look like when the veterans roll out there. You know, when C.D. Lamb, you know, he will be like, C.D. Lamb roll out there and Gallup. That will be more of a telltale sign when he catching the ball and snatching it from one of those veterans. And I can't wait, you know, y'all can tell the laughter in my voice of the dogs because, you know, Amari Cooper, he's going to be out for a second, right? But I can't wait till one of the dogs be like, come on, Rook, lace him up, line him up. One-on-one, the 707, if allowed, right? I can't wait for that action. And said, hey, you was talking all that cash money. Now it's time to put up the honey. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's see what you got. Come on, y'all ask them a question. Not all at the same time.
Something that the coaching staff has really emphasized as being a priority, improving in that area this year. Is that an emphasis already in camp?
Yes, for sure. First, it comes with communication. So we harp communication quite a bit. And then I think the turnovers come with executing, being in the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask about that communication. With coverage 3 or any zone coverage, that's paramount to talk through a play. How do you feel that's gone so far, given that it's only a couple days into this?
Yeah, I feel like we've done a great job with it, being able to get out, do walkthroughs, and kind of walk through it first, and then get out there and do it full speed. So I feel like as a group we've done a great job communicating, over-communicating really, and just being able to be in the right place to allow turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think changes when the veterans show up for workouts with y'all?
Oh, definitely things will speed up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get to learn a lot more just seeing the vets kind of do it and just follow right behind them and just learn how to actually communicate and stuff like that.
You know what? I would have like, you know, I would have been crazy. I would have went crazy if he just said, I'll do them too, you know, or he just spoke with a little bit more conviction. He's humble right now. He's a humble dog. He ain't one of these dogs. Not right now. Right now. You know, he's the humble dog because, you know, I thought they can get some too. He ain't stupid. He ain't silly, right? But he's humbled, you know, taking the humility with dignity. He's looking at this situation saying, okay, when they get out there, it's going to be a whole lot faster, and we're going to learn a lot from them. I love it.
How's this gone so far? Have they thrown a lot at you to see how you process it and how quickly, or they kind of take it slow and build on what they're giving you?
Well, the first day they kind of took it slow, and then today we kind of ramped it up. We added some more stuff, and just kind of just mix it up, and just see if we can think on the move.
Come on, ask him a question. Get it out.
That you have for yourself in your rookie year.
Just come in and contribute any way I can. First, I have to earn a star, so whatever it takes to just get on the 53-man roster. So whether it's special teams, really special teams is what's going to get me here, and then just continue to grow.
Special team, I like it.
About earning the star, was anything said to you guys as a group about what you have to do, or like what did they tell you about it?
Definitely. I mean, we have our 6 things that we have to abide by. Really just exemplifying being a Cowboy on the field and off the field. So that's first, and then the football stuff comes.
Have you heard any response to your Richard Sherman comment from draft night? Has Richard reached out to you, or what kind of reaction have you gotten?
Yeah, we've spoken. I got the chance to speak with him, and we kind of have a mutual respect. For me, I think it was just genuine confidence in myself, and me looking up to someone like that. He played under Dan Quinn, so now I have the opportunity to play under him and hopefully get to do the same things that Richard Sherman did. So yeah, we spoke, and we have a kind of a mutual respect. And he told me if I ever need
Yeah.
help that I could reach
Yeah.
out to him. So yeah, Richard is a great guy.
Yeah. I wonder how that conversation went, though. You know, like, I bet you Rich Dalrymple, you know, fix this, Rich. I bet you Rich had to go reach out to Sherman people, which is Richard Sherman because he represented himself, and said, hey, you know, I got this rook right here that made that statement. He want to talk to you, man. He want to clear it up. Here's his number. Give him a call. I wonder how that went, though, you know. And we would know, and we will also find out Boss Man Fat, Nashawn Wright, and who else? Israel, as well as we can throw Reggie Robinson into the mix. These guys are still young, even though Reggie played on this team last season. And Rashard Robinson, he's still on the roster. And that's just how it goes. And I think Burton is on his roster as well. All of these guys, Maurice Kennedy, this part of the season is very crucial because what the Cowboys staff is doing is they're going to see whether or not they can hold their own when these veteran guys get here. They're going to want to know whether or not if they're going to continue to get burnt, if they're missing assignments, and then what will happen. Jerry would pick up that phone, or John Stephen Jones or Chris Hall or any of those guys going to pick up the phone and say, hey, Richard Sherman, can you come on down, man? Here's a ticket. We in Frisco. Come on, drive all the way down Cowboys Way, and we need to have a conversation with you for a cup of coffee because these guys are not cutting the mustard. These guys are not getting it, and that's how that process normally go. Hopefully that these guys keep that same energy.
So he wasn't offended.
Nah, he wasn't at all.
Did he just call you out of the blue, or did he reach out on
No.
social media? How did he come up? How did that happen?
No, I actually reached out to him just because after I said it, I kind of seen what people kind of perceived it as. So I wanted to reach out to him personally and kind of clear it up and just kind of tell him that I actually modeled myself after him and wanted to I emulate my game after him.
Did you just do that like through direct message, or
How do you do it, dog?
Yeah, direct message. I sent
DM.
him a direct message on Instagram, and he responded quick.
What is it about his? Is it just
Down in the
similar
DM.
frame you guys have, or what is it about the game that you try to emulate with him?
Oh, well, of course it's the similar frame, but I really try to emulate his mental process, the way he kind of slows the game down for himself, and it's kind of like playing chess. So just being able to see the formation, know the call, know what you have, and just execute. I feel like he's done a great job with that, and hopefully he continues to do that too.
And football with that length is bully ball at that point. Richard Sherman bullied most of the people that he played up against. He either got into their mind, and he talked about their mama, uncle, cousin, and he also intimidated them because he knew without a shadow of a doubt that that defensive front was going to get home. And when you look at Richard Sherman, he never was the fastest, right? He never had the most elusive hips or what have you, but he had strong redirect gang. And on top of that, and when a press situation, he was strong enough to move you out of the way, and he can sit on routes. That was his game. That was his calling. Now, the part when the beef came about with Richard Sherman and Revis and these sorts was the fact that did he travel? Did he move around? I believe it was Revis, right? It was that beef with Richard Sherman and Revis and who got paid and these sorts. And I believe Revis got paid a whole lot sooner. But I believe Richard, did he move around? I don't think he moved around as much as well. It was somebody else because I don't think Richard moved. Did he move? Y'all help me out. I thought he played in his own concept, and it was Richard Sherman versus somebody else. Y'all help me out with that. My memory getting bad. But I would tell you, though, that for what he was able to do, sitting there, redirect, moving things out of the way, it worked out for him. And for this kid, Nashawn, he got this height. I don't know how strong he'll be. His hips look fluid. So hopefully he can keep that energy out there. And that was the end of this interview as well. So who y'all? Yeah, I'm gonna do Quentin next. So let's see. It was Patrick Peterson. Yeah, appreciate you, man. I know I got the smartest people on the planet, man, that follow this channel and got the greatest recall. Yeah, it was Patrick Peterson. Patrick, yeah, because Sherman and Revis, they stayed on their side of the field, and Revis had a whole different type of island. But Patrick Peterson, within the confines of his system of where he played at, he traveled. He had his suitcase. He went wherever the best wide receiver was or the best tight end, and that's what separated the two. Both dynamic DBs, by the way. You can learn. Look, young kids, y'all can go back and watch them, and you can learn so much. Purchase the All-22. Watch Richard Sherman on how he played his technique. Go watch Revis too. Go watch Revis and see how they played their technique. Go watch my dog Patrick Peterson. For me, it was Ty Law. I love the way Ty Law played his concept. I even like Patrick Surtain, Sam Madison, Madison too. I love the way they play their technique as well. Deion prime time, you just couldn't watch his technique for crying out loud because that was just unknown. Like Deion Sanders kids, don't watch Deion Sanders tape and try to learn anything from that. And please don't try to go watch Ed Reed tape. You just those guys. God don't make many of those guys, right? But if young DBs, I also like Talib. Talib was really nasty with it as well, coming from a DB perspective. Rogers Cromartie, Antonio Rogers Cromartie, whatever his name is, he had good tape out there to watch. This is Big Bo. Don't he look me? He looked like he's hungry, you know. Yeah, Rondé Barber. Yeah. DB get paid to play the ball. Yeah. And that's just how it goes. Yeah.
What they've thrown at you this camp, what the message is they're trying to get across to you guys?
So far, the biggest point I got is the standard, especially in the D-line room, the way we play, finishing, playing fast, playing violent. So that's probably the biggest thing I got so far. It's like the standard.
Yeah, Champ Bailey. Oh my God, I forgot I left him out, man. If you watch the Champ Bailey tape, man, you gonna be a grinder edition if you try to emulate him. Him and Talib and all of those guys, man. If you watching their tape, man, or Darryl Green tape, don't try to do what Darryl Green did.
Hey, what happened today with your shoulder, and how serious is that? And what do you think of Dan Quinn filling in for you?
Coach Quinn looked good, looked like he was ready to get in there, but it was nothing. Just hit. It was nothing major. I got right back in a couple plays after.
So have other coaches you've had along your career been like that, where they just jumped in like that, or was that kind of new for you?
Everybody try to go back to their old glory days, but it ain't no me out there, so it's a big
there you go.
When I'm in, when I'm out.
There you go.
He wasn't tapping his helmet saying, all right, hurry up and come back in after the play.
Can you say that again?
He wasn't tapping, Dan wasn't tapping his helmet to tell you, hurry up, I need you to come back in?
Oh, no, he wasn't. I had when I got him. He ain't look too good, so I went and got him.
What have your first impressions of him been?
Coach Quinn is just, he puts so much attention to detail and the small things. So
the little things, yeah.
The biggest impression I say. He just attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he told us they were going to put you in the middle of that defense right over the center. Can you talk about how they plan to use you?
Yeah, just what he said. That's my job. That's what I've been doing so far these first 2 days of camp. And that's what I take pride in, being right there, beating up on centers and, letting people behind me run free and make plays.
Man, when he said that, man, if it's ever a day, oh my God, if it's ever a day that I wish Travis Frederick was still here, man. Oh my goodness, this would be good for him, man. If it was ever an opportunity and a chance that Travis Frederick somehow just say, man, for the love of God, I just want to play football back again. You know what I'm saying? And if it was the healthy Travis Frederick, don't y'all know, man, this will be quality reps. Oh, my goodness. In the chat box, man, if y'all miss Travis Frederick, man, let me know, man. Just put TF, man. And, you know, that would have been the great mechanism to get this young kid ready for the season. Oh, my goodness. But I can't wait to see him out there. Who we got in center? Is it Tyler Biotish? Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Is that hard to take that as an accomplishment, right? That you know, like you're there to hold people up for other guys to make the plays?
No, that ain't hard to take. That ain't a hard thing for me to do. Or I don't look at it as a bad thing. Like, that's a good thing. The team and the coaches know my value and what I can do. And I know in the same way I can go make plays myself. I got some athleticism where I can go penetrate and make plays in the backfield when needed. So I take pride in the job. That's what I do. Like, this is my body type. That's my position. So ain't no bad to me.
Speaking with your chest, fam. I love it.
Anything body-wise to change the NFL? Like, do you have to add any more weight? Do you have to get stronger? Is there anything, or are they good with where you at, weight-wise and strength-wise?
I like where I'm at, weight-wise and how I'm moving and feeling. And I want to add some more strength. You got to get some NFL strength, not college anymore. Everybody big, strong, physical. So, of course, I want to add more strength.
So you make the linebacker's best friend. You know, you gonna clog stuff up and hold stuff up so they can run and make plays for Micah and Jabril and maybe Jalen and Leighton.
Yes, sir. I'm always known to be like, we go hand in hand. Linebackers love me. All the ones I done played with so far.
Yeah.
How about Kelvin Joseph? You talking about their relationship and what do you think he's done so far?
I can't just speak on too much of what he's done so far because we just so individually working. But I know Kelvin, our relationship, this is my brother. We super close from the moment he came to Kentucky. We just connected, and I just let him know the standard we had there because he coming from LSU, it was different coming to Kentucky. So me just giving him the standard of how we played and how we worked, it just brought our relationship and made us closer, and we've been like that ever since. So it's a blessing to be here with him.
So y'all had a higher standard in Kentucky than LSU?
I don't really know, but it's everywhere different. How you work is different. How you play, how you prepare is different.
Everybody, that's a trap question. But I can tell you, man, looking at Kentucky tape, looking over KJ or Kelvin Joseph, Boss Man, Fat Tape, they all had this moxie about themselves. They coached to play freely, for crying out loud, from Jamin Davis over to the running back Rose or whatever his name was on the offensive side, and then Quentin over here, and they had another guy. But they played, man, with a chip on their shoulder. They celebrated, they danced, they didn't care about you know what. So that energy, I know. Kelvin Joseph, when y'all see this film session I'm going to do, man, that energy is crazy. And he got a little, let me see how I can put this. He got a little Talib in him, man. Was it Talib that snatched old boy chain? It was Talib, right? Y'all let me know, did Talib snatch Crabtree chain? And I heard that rivalry and that battle was all through high school and college. Those boys had those rivalries and battles. So this Kelvin Joseph, that type of mentality is what we getting. Right now we're seeing the baby Kelvin Joseph, right? But when I looked at his film, look, the quarterback had did something. And I'm gonna tell you the game. It was the Florida game. The quarterback had did something to him, and it made him mad. After the play, they had Quentin. He was part of it. It was like a fumble situation, and the old boy said, "All right, cool. He got up and he got into the face of the quarterback. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna tell it all, but y'all, we got some dogs, man. That's all I'm gonna say with this. Let me go hit this. Yeah.
At what point do you gotta try and find a place to live, kind of get to know the area? Like, how do you balance all that stuff and then also fitting in all this football stuff?
Right now I'm just focused on football.
There you
trying
go.
to get the playbook down and just find myself out here in the defense and what I do well. I'm not too much worried about all the outside right now. Where we living at now is good with me. Everything's better than Memphis to me, living-wise. So I'm just focused on football.
Good question, man. Good answer, man. Good answer.
Did you get your auntie to calm down?
Oh, no, they still hype. They probably hollering right now. They probably yelling right now.
They trying to see. They asking this dude these little layup questions. And shout out to whoever's asking him a question, whether it's from 105, the fan, or the Cowboys.com. Man, we don't care where he's gonna live at, man. We don't care about that. As long as he ain't saying, man, he gonna be at Waxahachie or something, you know. And we know how far that is to drive to go all the way from Waxahachie, you know, to the Star. He need to be staying somewhere in Frisco, somewhere in that area, so he can walk to work. I believe the boys used to ride their bikes to work, for crying out loud. He need to stay somewhere close. Get with Jerry Jones. Get with Darren Woodson. He does some real estate out there. Or I believe Roger Staubach got some property out there as a real estate or realtor out there. And stay somewhere close within the area so he can be on time. He can be ready for work. Put in that grind accent. Law JR214 says, Law, I live in Waxahachie. well, man, hey, Waxahachie, Mansfield, Cedar Hill, DeSoto, all of those areas, Red Oaks, all of those areas too far away from the Star. That's all I'm saying. But shout out to Waxahachie. Say hello to, is Coach still out there? The quarterback coach, I forgot his name. He used to play for the Cowboys. If it's John Kittner. Is John Kittner still out there, JR?
You got you some barbecue yet?
No, I haven't got none yet, but I gotta see what this hype about. Barbecue. I know it ain't gonna be close to ours, but I still want to see.
You gotta get the brisket, man. It's the brisket. You get that good tender moist brisket.
I'm gonna take your word for that for sure.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All that work that you put in the off season on training while keeping in mind pad height, how do you feel like that training has translated so far for the first couple days?
It's different. It's real different. Because as far as training for the pro day and combine, it was a specific type of training. And after the draft and after the pro day, I was able to get back to on the field work and D-line specific work. So it translated, I say, but it's different. Every place different. The way you prepare is different everywhere. So I'm just getting used to it.
Yeah, is it one of those things that you feel you just have to continually work on throughout, the spring and training camp?
Good question.
Oh, yeah,
good question.
Sure, but Coach AD and Coach Rob, they letting us know, like, the first thing they told all the rookie defensive line class was that, like, they pushing in our head, jamming to our head is the standard. So we know what's expected and how to work, and so it just keep going and getting used to it, I say.
Yeah, what's the standard? How do they define that to you guys?
Come on, give it to me.
Finish every play, you play hard, violent.
That big boy said, man, he wiped his face. Let me see if I go to him next. He said, finish hard on every play. Go hard. Violent. Is that what he just said? Let me make sure, because I'm sitting here laughing at the man. Let me see. Yeah, he told the brother got hot. Y'all asking about food and stuff, man. Know that man hungry. Let me see.
You finish every play, you play hard, violent.
That joker said, man, y'all talking about briskets and rib plates. Let me see.
Yeah, what's the standard? How do they
What's the
define
standard?
that to you guys?
You finish every play, you play hard, violent.
That's for my dog for making the donation, Kenny. Got some dogs over here, man. Let me play that again. That brother said, you finish the plate, eat the macaroni and cheese, the brisket, and go violent. Let's go.
So it just keep going and getting used to it, I say.
Yeah, what's the standard? How do they define that to you guys?
You finish every play, you play hard, violent.
Wipe that face. Wipe me down. Wipe me down, baby. That big boy, he going to be finishing every play and plate, and he going to go hard and play violent. When the last time we played violent? We used to help players up. We used to Say, hey, man, you all right down there? Let me help you up. Nah, finish every play. Play hard with violence. Relentless. I need to make me a T-shirt that says, finish every plate. Play hard and go violent. And see if he will sign it. You know, see if we can get Big Bo to get out there and sign that shirt. That's what we need to do. Finish every plate. Play hard. And go violence, you know, with violence or something like that. We get it together. All right, so this is Simi Fihoku. The kid looks like, when I was looking at this film right here, let me see if I can pull this one up. It was the first one on here. His release is so nasty with it, right? His burst, his get off is crazy with it, right? Finish every play. Right side. I appreciate you, man, for the donation to help elevate the nation. Now, his part, I can't fast forward it, but his part is at the end. But we'll play this, though.
Pretty nice in Palo Alto, but what's it been like to be at the Star over these past couple days?
Man, it's a complete different experience. I mean, Stanford's nice. You know, the campus and all that's nice, but it's a little different out here in Dallas. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah, that's what she said. Let's go.
Maybe just talk about what your impressions have been of rookie minicamp so far and the first team drills of the weekend.
Yeah, it's been good to, you know, get the helmet back on, get out here again, and start, you know, building that chemistry with new teammates, all that. It's been fun, man, just to be out here, and it's honestly a blessing.
That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Is it mostly cover three that you've gone against so far, or has there been much man or other principles?
You know, a lot of it today just was a lot of man, you know, cover one. So, I mean, we got to go up against each other with, you know, Nashawn and Kelvin. So, you know, those are some dogs right there, too. So.
Uh-oh, he said the word. Oh, he said the word. Did y'all hear the word? Whoa. Did y'all hear what, did you guys hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? Hold on.
You know, cover one. So, I mean, we got to go up against each other with, you know, Nashawn and Kelvin. So. You know, those are some dogs right there, too. So keep a lookout on that.
They some dogs.
I mean, I feel like, you know, they're respectively good at their position and, you know, bring different aspects to the table. Nashawn's big and long. Kelvin's quick and fast and plays smart. So, I mean, obviously we didn't get to go, you know, many plays today, but, you know, it's good to get work against some of the best.
Dak Prescott? And if so, what was that interaction like?
Yeah. So I've seen him around.
He grinning.
Obviously, he texted me, you know, a couple minutes after I got drafted, you know, just, you know, telling me, like, get ready to work, and we're about to go light up the league and all that. And then I seen him in the locker room here and there. He's a cool guy, man. Down to earth, super humble, and, I mean, obviously.
Love it.
He's a ball player, too.
When the veterans, when the work with them starts, what are you hoping to get out of that work, and do you anticipate the bar being raised on the competition and speed of things?
Absolutely. You know, you look at the receiver room, and we have some players now. You know, you got Amari Cooper, you got CD, you got Michael Gallup. All these guys are, you know, legitimate players in the NFL, and, you know, sometimes arguably, you know, top 5 in the league. So being able to work with them and around them is not only going to, you know, help me with my game, and but I'm excited. I'm just excited to compete against them, and you know, we're going to grow as a team and be some pretty solid wide receiver unit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so with that in mind, why is it not, like, overwhelming for you to look at that wide receiver room and be like, man, how am I going to get any playing time with these guys here? Like, how do you
Iron sharpen iron, man.
handle all that mentally?
Yeah, you know, I think for me, I look at it as an opportunity to get better. You know, working with the best, obviously, you know, you surround yourself with the best, so you tend to become the best. So I'm just excited to, you know, work with them and have the opportunity for that.
Yeah, Tim, you told us on draft night that you're a raw receiver, still developing your skills. What areas do you think you can still get better at? What are you trying to work on at this camp and moving forward?
Yeah, you know, for me, especially in the Stanford offense, you know, I was mainly that, you know, take the top off, deep threat type of guy.
Yeah.
And so for me, just working on getting in and out of my breaks, becoming a more versatile receiver. You know, in camp they had me playing Z and F. You know, in college I was playing X, Y, F, Z. I played it all. So they had me moving around, So hopefully, once I, start to refine my moves, get in on my breaks, it's going to be, I'm going to be pretty versatile.
Have you decided what your learning style is going to be in your wide receiver room with, guys like Amari Cooper, who, Amari's considered one of the best route runners in the league? Like, how are you just going to do more kind of quietly observing? Are you going to ask a lot of questions? Are you going to be vocal about trying to learn? What's your style going to be?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say for me, just in general, I'm a little bit of both. I'd like to watch them, see how they work, and try to just mimic that. And then also, if I have questions, I'll obviously ask questions as well.
What's one thing from Coach Henry in these last couple of days where you just said, "Wow, I didn't even think of that"? Is there anything like that that's kind of popped up about playing the position, a certain technique or a certain alignment or anything?
Just something for all of us that he's been drilling is, keep it simple. You don't got to overthink things, and and that's helped me be able to play faster. Obviously lining up and knowing the play is obviously important, but try to keep it simple. You don't got to add stuff or make anything up. So that's something that really was like, yep, that's good for me.
It was a quick interview on that kid. And that was a good one from Nashawn, and this was Big Bo right here, and this was Jabril. Great interview by those kids. They didn't say nothing outlandish at all. I think Bo got us some information to digest as far as their mentality and standard. This Jabril kid gave us some information where he got the coverage abilities from. And what I took from Nashawn is that he is very humbled, and he reached out to Richard. And we might visit Richard again down the line. We might not. I don't know. But we will find out. And what I've learned from this guy right here is that that he said that that he said that majority of these guys are dogs. So I like that, One is more quicker, one is longer and leaner, and he's able to get there and make things happen from that aspect of it. So I believe that when we get a chance to see these boys play through the echoes of the whistle, and my oh my, when the veterans come home, they better be ready. And I ain't talking about Eddie. They better be ready. So did you guys hear this interview? Because I didn't get a chance to hear this interview. Was it a good one? Was it a bad one? Did he talk about the team? I'm going to see some of y'all comments here. Gerald Beasley, appreciate you for jumping in, tuning in. Appreciate everybody saying hit that like button, and I really appreciate those who share this content and letting people know how many people in the room. Like my dog over here, GB, he's saying like, look, man, there's 400 some odd people in here. Appreciate you, man. Gallup is Shaquille O'Neal out there. Gallup, look, Lord have mercy on those who's going to try to slow down Gallup. Think about this. And I know a lot of people like to say, well, we don't want to pay Gallup, we want to move on and these sorts. If Gallup used Jalen Ramsey, y'all know he gonna burn some of these guys that's out here now. Yeah, and that's just how it goes.
It's got an echo here. You go with the echo?
Yeah. Okay. What they got going on here?
Can't see you, so questions, please. Is it David out there?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, David.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
What they got going on? Can y'all hear that?
A little bit about since the first one we've been through with you. What your approach is in minicamp? Would you like to,
Why this dude breathing? This is Dark Vader. Luke, I am your father.
Get guys stuff slowly and build on
Sound
it, or
good?
throw a lot at them and see how they process it, and just what you want to accomplish coming out of this.
Well, I think the first thing, when you look at what's going on this weekend with the rookie orientation, it's not really in line with the traditional rookie mini camps where you'd have 55, 65 players, whether it's the combination of your rookie class, the free agents, and you also would have probably 20 tryout players. So our particular roster for this weekend was 31. So you have to take a totally different approach. But as far as the volume of what the players were exposed to, we took a fundamental, basic approach. Frankly, we just operated in the first installation. So, the guys actually have really been very pleased with, particularly the defense. We just had a chance to watch the video from practice, and really didn't have hardly just minor mental adjustments. So, and they're off to a good start. In offense, definitely takes a little longer with the cadence and center exchange and things like that. So I really like the quality of work today. They definitely improved from yesterday, but overall they'll walk away tomorrow with a pretty clear understanding of what the first installation is on offense and defense, and really being integrated into the veterans program next week. The veterans will be on install 5, so we'll actually use tomorrow to help prep the rookie class to be ready for install 5, so it's not brand new to them when they get in there with the veterans Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday next week.
So is it Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday and Friday? That's all next week, right? Well, this week coming up, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So they off Wednesday, if that is correct, right? And shout out to, I see people saying my dog, Boss Cowboys, in the house. Appreciate him. Faye, appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all follow Boss Cowboys on all platforms. We got some things that's brewing in the pot for the near future, and we're going to have to, get that thing crunk, get that thing going on like neck bones, if you know what I'm saying, with the rice and everything, and some hot water cornbread, if y'all know what I'm talking about. DC for life. I might. This is 10:50 where I'm at. I know call-in sessions, man. We gonna have to put a timer on it, like 2-minute call, 1-minute drill. Y'all give me a thought, man, in the chat box if y'all want to do call-ins, and I will try to set that up, and I'm gonna try to muster through this interview here, because I never heard it before, and I want to hear it with you guys. Y'all like my friends, y'all my family, right? Texas, appreciate you for jumping in. Jay Lombardi, Paul was good. Yes, please. That's one. Let me see. I got to at least have 5. I got to at least see 5 people say yes, man. Yeah, we will call in. Love some hot water cornbread. Shout out to you, William. That's 2. That's 2. John says that's 2. Kramer's 3. So I got to have 5. Anthony Carter. So that's 4. Okay, we got 5. That represents the Super Bowl. One more. Let me get one more person. Okay. Daryl says, yeah, let's do it. All right, so we're going to have a timer on it. It's going to be, 3 minutes or so. So have your questionings together. And it'll be that same link. I'll do that. This interview is kind of long. Oh, this joker talked for at least 20 minutes. So it's like, all right, so y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if y'all want to hear the rest of this interview.
Micah said he was starting out at middle linebacker. You talked about that plan and how does that relate to Jalen and Leighton? I know Jalen played middle linebacker last year.
Well, I think the most important thing is you have to have a starting point, and you do that with each and every young player. So, Mike is definitely someone that's going to be part of our plan next year. So, starting at Mike, definitely makes the most sense. It's really has nothing to do with the other players. I mean, it's building the foundation of being able to play
right.
From the middle of the defense, and that's really the focus. So, I think with the depth clearly that we have at the linebacker position, we'll continue to spend time, frankly, working on packages, and there'll be some projection of how we can best utilize the whole group.
Mike, in your past, you've had guys, you've integrated rookie linebackers like A.J. Hawk and Clay. How mindful are you with rookie linebackers and not overloading them too much, or is Mike a guy that even if you've been around just a little bit, that you think he can handle a bunch of different things?
You know, I really think that's an individual situation based on the inside linebacker position, and also I think it's AJ Hawk. We drafted AJ in 2006, and you compare to the defensive packages today. You have an opportunity to maybe play with more personnel groups. So, yeah, I think it's an individual situation. I think the most important thing is to get them grounded into the inside, both Mike and Will. Starting with the communication responsibility. We had both Jabril and Micah wear the helmets. Both have the experience of being the communicator. So, and that's something you really do with all your inside linebackers because the more you can do, and something we talk about a lot during the player acquisition process with Will McClay and the scouts and the coaches as we're evaluating players, is every player has to have two jobs, ideally. So it's the more you can do, and especially I think it's very clear at the inside linebacker position.
No doubt. That joker breathing
Jabril
hard.
gave Micah credit for his interception and carrying the wide receiver over the middle of the field. From what you've seen so far, how does Jabril and Micah's skill sets complement one another?
Well, I think they're very complementary to one another. They both play with high instinct and awareness. You can see that, right away, even during the evaluation process. So, I really like the look of those guys the last 2 days. There's definitely command and confidence. It's football is still football when you get out there. It's just doing it a certain way. The language is usually the biggest threshold to get over. And those guys are off to a really good start.
No doubt.
Mike, what's the advantage of the rookies having these days? So last year's rookies didn't have any of this stuff.
Oh, I think it's a big advantage. Clearly, I think anytime you have time to be with your players, it's an advantage, especially in today's climate. I mean, we all know what the norm used to be. So it's good to be able to spend 3 full days and really probably 4 days coming off of the physicals, and but I do want to give our coaching staff a tremendous amount of credit for the improvement that we've made in year 2 of virtual meetings. So you can see that the time that the players have spent since the draft, since signing with our football team. A lot of questions being asked, during the presentations, and I thought our rookies did a great job being on top for the most part of what was asked of them, coming in here this weekend. So I do really like the foundation that's been built with these rookies.
Mike, how has the staff changed its virtual presentations? Is it more, because again, this is a different medium than when you get them in a room necessarily, so is it more charts, graphics, or is it just tearing down the information? What are some of the improvements you've seen?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, teaching style and make sure you're using all your resources that are available to you. So, I mean, it's, I think like everybody probably in the league, and frankly society, is you've had to learn and grow your virtual environment, and we definitely have done that as a coaching staff. We spent a lot of time on it. Frankly, we're still in a virtual format this weekend, so we've had to meet with the players virtually. So they're at the hotel while we meet, and then the only time we're able to be around them in person has been in practice. So, and I think it's like a lot of things in this business. The more you do it, the better you get, and we're clearly much better at the virtual teaching this year than we were last year.
George Edwards is working very closely with the linebacker. George Edwards is working very closely with the linebackers. Has his role on the coaching staff evolved some since the time he got here?
Well, I think it's really the same. I mean, George and Scott have both always handled the linebackers, but there's some role responsibility for Scott McCurley. That's as far as how we're doing some things once we get to the regular season. So I don't look at it as a big change. It's just more of a shift because, at the end of the day, you have to make sure, you want to spread your responsibilities around. So, but George has always been very involved with the linebackers.
Yeah, right. All right. Yeah.
Mike, you're not using all of your OTA days. Can you just go into the decision as to why? Is any of it partly related to going to camp earlier with the Hall of Fame game?
Well, we'll see how that works out. I mean, we have 9 scheduled right now. There's a little bit of projection in the last week, but definitely, I mean, that's part of the thinking. You also, you have a coaching staff that, it's going to be a longer season for the coaching staff and the players. So I mean, just very cognizant of all those things. But when I look at it, frankly, I hope it stays the same. But if we're able to stay on the schedule that we have laid out, I'll feel very, very good about our off-season program, the completion of it.
Coach, how do you evaluate the Isaac Alarcon's development during this year?
I'm sorry?
How do you evaluate the Isaac Alarcon's development during this year that he has been with the Cowboys?
Yeah, he's definitely improving. We actually today Isaac took snaps at both the tackle and the guard position, and frankly, I like the way he looked when he stepped inside. So Isaac's here every day. I mean, I don't think there's been a workout or a time going down into the weight room, or definitely in the cafeteria where I haven't seen him. I mean, he's very. Just kidding. But he's very diligent, and just love his attitude. And but yeah, he's definitely has made a lot of improvements since last year.
In what area did you think?
Mike, have you had a chance to tour Oxnard yet? Have you had a chance to tour Oxnard yet, or if not, do you plan to go out there soon with the possibility of returning there?
I have not had a chance to I have not had a chance to tour Oxnard, but I do have a plan to eventually get out there. Just really waiting for it to be official. I'm planning to go to Oxnard as far as my training camp schedule, but just really trying to waiting for it to be finalized. So I do anticipate taking a trip out there before the conclusion of the off season.
Come on, ask him a question, man. Y'all just sitting there looking at him. All right, so I got the link ready for people to jump in. I pinned it on the top of my YouTube page, and you guys can go there and jump in and be a part and be affiliated of this show. All right, this still going on with this interview. I'm quite sure that we're going to be at Oxnard. I think that Jerry got to get some approvals going through as it relates to the city and the funding and everything that they're going to do there. So hopefully everything can go through so that we all can be there in Oxnard.
Coach, in what area do you think Isaac needs to improve the most in order to try to compete for a spot in the roster?
Frankly, I think like a lot of things in this game, when you play the tackle position, pass protection's at a premium. So, he's definitely has a much better feel in the run blocking component of it. So I would just say that he just needs to continue to improve in his pass blocking.
No doubt.
Thank you.
Based on your experience of evaluating rookies at rookie minicamp, how much can you tell about whether or not a guy can make it at this level? Given there are no pads and it's very instructional. How much of a feel can you get on a rookie during this weekend?
Frankly, I think it really you could probably cut it up by position. I think clearly that the linemen, based on what they're asked to do, you don't without the pads and particularly the combination work, the combo drills, and even into the teamwork. So there's definitely always an unknown there. The perimeter guys, you obviously get more work done because you're able to operate in space and train in a safer environment that way. So, but yeah, definitely. I mean, the most important thing is you have a chance to bring them in. Frankly, show them exactly what each environment is as far as the classroom. I can't go in the classroom, but the virtual environment, the training room, the practice environment. Just really, so when next week comes, that they have a good understanding of what the operation is here. So, I mean, that's the first part. And, the second part is that you love the way this draft class looks. Our focus since I've been here was we want to be longer, and we definitely have hit the mark there with this class. And so, and then you get into the drill work, so you get to see them move and so forth. So there's definitely some to gain. But frankly, it's building that foundation and focusing on the things that are most difficult. And one of the things we made a big emphasis of this weekend is the pre-snap, because there's so much that goes on in the pre-snap that these guys don't really experience, or particularly at that level in college. So and that's why the communication, the meetings, and we've been doing a lot of walkthroughs this weekend just to make sure these guys are get a sense of what it's going to be like once we get out there on Tuesday.
You obviously have to have quarterbacks to run a practice, but why specifically did you guys? Why were those quarterbacks JT Barrett and Brady Davis for you guys?
Right. Well, I mean, it's just part of the evaluation. I mean, JT was in there last week, had an excellent workout, and I've had a chance to watch him through college, and in his time, he's down there in New Orleans, and Brady, has a neat story, and I thought he clearly took a jump from yesterday's work to in today's work. So, I mean, it didn't help. We were outside in the wind and all that with those guys throwing there at the last period, but it gives you a chance to look at two young prospects.
Do you have any concerns off of these last 2 days with the other building being complete, with how windy it's been, if that's going to carry over during your practice during the season?
Dog, this dude breathing it's so hard. He got that nasally breathe that you like, man, dog, get it out. Get that hair out of the nose, or get that booger out of there, man. That's life. That's life. The wind blowing, that's football. That's flat out football. So how they look in practice, that's how they're going to look out there on the field as it relates to wind blowing. That's just how football is supposed to be.
And how that might impact your practices?
The nasally.
Not at all. Wind is part of the game.
Yeah.
Thanks,
We
guys.
told Mike, as you guys move to on-field stuff here this week or soon, what do you anticipate Doc being able to do for you guys?
I think he'll do most things. I mean, there's a plan in place that's coordinated with Britt and Jim in the training room, and so. But I know he feels really good. He's really has had some excellent workouts here the last couple of weeks. So, but I see him doing most of the work.
All right.
Good.
Good. All right. Boy, that was like watching paint dry. But appreciate Coach, man. We got some valuable intel out for that. As far as me listening in to what he's saying, basically, we won't know the full picture until the real veterans get out there, and then we'll see how that dynamic going to look. Shout out to you, Lamont, man. Appreciate you for the donation to help elevate this thing. Let's go, Cowboys. I love watching your videos. Appreciate you, man, for that. All right, so we got some people waiting in the lobby area, man. I'm going to do it a little different, man. Y'all know Law always tinkering around with something. Let me put this up there, and let me let Kelvin. He'll be the first one on the stream. What's up, Kev?
What's up? Hey, this is DC for Live 0404, man.
What's good with you, man?
No, man, I'm telling you, this is going to be a killer year this year. And I really like how Dan Quinn is so interactive with his players. You never saw that with Mike Nolan.
Right.
Mike Nolan didn't get out there with his players and didn't show them what he wanted. He just told them, hey, look, this is what I want. Dan Quinn's out there. He's like showing them. He's getting physical with them and showing them, look, this is what I want. This is what I want you to do. Get in there and do it.
Right.
And that's what I like. And then the next thing I was going to ask you was, do you think with Dan Quinn being so physical, like being out there on the field with these defensive players, that helps them respect him more and appreciate him more?
Well, everybody wants to have somebody to show their work. And having the ability to show your work goes a long way. And that's why we've been banging on the table to get a veteran in here, because they've proven. But when you have a coach that's physically out there too, that is a wonderful thing. Now, coach can identify and say, okay, remember what I told you during the offseason, keep that elbow inside. Don't have the elbow wild. Get lower. And now the player can identify with that moment and say, okay, cool. I got you.
And then the other question I was going to ask you, man, I follow Boss Cowboy and OC. And, man, they got me like a Stretch Armstrong doll, man. They keep pulling me both ways, man. I mean, I agree with one, and then on the other, I agree with on a certain part, and then it's just like, man, I can't. It's like I'm stuck in the middle, man, getting pulled both ways. But with Boss Cowboy, I can see Jabril Cox being like somewhat of a safety, not like a free safety, maybe like a box safety or a strong safety, something like that. Because he does like being in coverage. You can tell in his plays. He likes covering people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's good at it, too. I mean, he's really good at it. And like Boss Cowboy brought up, which he did make a good point, that he lacks on tackling. But that's something that can be worked on, so I just wanted to know your thoughts on that.
We drafted him to be a linebacker, and he's learning inside linebacker responsibilities. And we heard one coach, George Edwards, he's working out with him to be a linebacker. I don't hear him playing safety. Now, do he have the flexibility to play safety? Yes. But we drafted him to be a linebacker. So my thing is, of course, through the course of the year, if they need to have him covering out in space, that's an extra additive that we have. That's something that we can hit them with the element of surprise. So, like they say, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. As long as he can continue to make plays, and if our defense can be so flexible, whereas we leave the opposing team, the opposition, wondering, hey, is he the safety down in the box? Who's the Mike? Oh, and I was listening again to Jabril Cox's interview, and he said it's interchangeable, all of his positionings. So I love that aspect of it. I don't think that we need to dive too deep in the actual name, say, of safety versus linebacker, as long as he can make plays.
Yeah, and then this is my last thing. Let's go, Cowboys. We're in the quest for 6.
Oh, yeah. We got that thing, man. Appreciate you, bro. I'm going to give you one of these, man. I didn't even see it. Okay, you holding it up. That's from my good old dog, Mark Holmes, huh?
Yep.
Joe Boone.
This is the Joe Barty number 3.
There it is right there. A replicate. Man, I can't wait to for us to have the real one. And
by the way, I'm only about an hour away from the Star, so.
Okay, in Frisco, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I live in Oklahoma, and like I told you, I listen to you guys at work all the time, and I make leaf springs for a living for all kinds of vehicles.
Oh my goodness, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. Appreciate you, man. Hey,
Thank
continue
you,
to grind, man. Show everybody that tattoo, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Y'all see it tattooed. It's on the screen now, man. Appreciate
That's
you,
what
bro.
it's about.
This was about that star. Live, bleed, die, ride, roll with the Cowboys. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
Good. Appreciate you, fam.
Love you, brother. Appreciate
you, man. That's good. Good loving right there, man. We got Coach Dave next, man, and we got DS, and then we got Mr. Right Side. And y'all already know who DS is. That's Daryl. So appreciate everybody that jumped in, and appreciate my dog Kev for calling in. DC for life, man. Much love to him. All right, so y'all like the box so y'all can see who we talking to. You know, Coach, talk to him, man.
Hey, what's up, Law? How you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain, Coach. What you got
So
for
look,
the show?
I'm so excited about this year. I'm trying to relax. But I'm like very excited only because not only the field work that they are allowing us to see, but the interviews and how these guys are talking. They talk with confidence. They got that dog mentality.
Mm-hmm.
All of them do.
Mm-hmm.
And I can definitely appreciate the coaching style of Dan Quinn, because me being a former D coordinator and defensive line coach, you know, my kids were surprised that I could get in a 3-point stance and hit the sled and then go one-on-one with them, you know, without a hand on, because I knew my pressure key from my read keys, and I knew how to punch and lock out, and you know, and all those various techniques. So I definitely like Big Bo. Like he said, linebackers definitely love him because, you know, he do his job. You know, he's able to demand a double team, and he's also able to make plays, has enough athleticism to make plays as well. So I'm looking forward to the day we can go ahead and put Jabril Cox and Michael Parsons out there at the same time, and let my man LVE and Jalen battle it out for the Sam position. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely impressed with that, and I think Nashawn Wright needs to learn a little bit. I love that athleticism of Kelvin Joseph. I think he a dog. I think he's definitely cornerback 2, and Trey Diggs is cornerback 1. And I heard through the grapevine that Israel Mukuamu,
yeah, that's how they said.
Yeah, Mukuamu, they're going to experiment him at safety.
Okay, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, and his hips and his feet work is pretty good too, Coach. That's what they were saying. So
exactly. And I watched the tape on all these guys, and they're impressive.
They are.
They're impressive, and like I said, man, all of them got that dog mentality. Even the offense.
Whenever you say dog, I gotta play it, Coach. You said dog.
Yeah, by all means.
Yeah.
By all means, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking to get me a big Connie Corso here soon. So yeah.
Jeez.
Yes, sir. But yeah, that's all I got, Law, man. Dallas Cowboys for life, man. I love your channel. I salute you. Keep up the good work, man. And you definitely have a fan for life, man.
Appreciate you, Coach, man. And keep teaching the youth, because people fail to realize that coaches, man, everything, like majority of my life, I contribute that to my coach, man. He taught me so many things that I couldn't get from my mama or my dad, you know. So I appreciate you, man. Keep doing your thing, Coach.
Man, thank you so much, man. I love it. And as long as God can give me breath to stay above ground, that's one of the things I'm going to do.
Appreciate you, Coach. Appreciate you, Dave. Coach Dave, man, always giving us some good information out there. Let me give him one of these, man. Yeah. Now, I'm doing a quick observation. I'm going to get it from y'all. I like when I pull the callers in, but I don't like my face up there double time. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I can tinker it a little bit, But y'all let me know. Is that cool? Y'all seeing my face up there? You know the computer version of my face, or the I guess the avatar of my face. Y'all like that? Or should I grab my logo? That'd probably be doper, and implement my logo up there instead of my face, my cartoon face. I might do the logo. Y'all let me know. I got my dog over here. What's good with you, D? What's good with you,
Hey,
man?
Law, what's going on, dog? You know I love you, and I'm always listening to you when I can catch you.
Appreciate
So
you, man.
I gotta always throw you some love because you fam anyway. So
Okay.
what I want to say is that do you smell? Do you smell? I smell number 6 and number 7. Forget just 6. Let's go 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go ahead and get us some trophies in the air and wave them up in the air because I smell Kelvin Joseph. I smell Jabril Cox. I smell Micah Parsons. I smell like a real positive vibe in here that says anything is possible. You just got to work hard, put your mind to it, eyes forward, grind, and believe in your inner self and tell yourself you can do it.
Yeah.
And just work at it and it'll come to you. And you got to have the patience too on top of that. Not just put the work in. The work is a part of it. But like in life, you have to keep working at it to become great through time. So, with that parting thing, all I can say is Kelvin Joseph, we got some dogs. We got Micah Parsons, we got some dogs. And like I told you, that positive vibe.
You said dogs, man. Every time you say dog, I gotta play it, man. I gotta get dog up out of there.
But I love you, Law.
Appreciate
you speaking truth, but stuff you put out there, like when you play the interviews and you give us all the content that you do, that's great. And then you let us fans who are really passionate, like me. I've been a Cowboys fan since I was 10, like I told you. So, I've been a Cowboys fan for a long time. But at the same time, whether we're winning or losing, I always stick with my Cowboys because that's real love. Just like it's real love when I call into your show and I don't always contribute to everything that you put out there, but I try to. But at the same time, I bring my passion. I bring my realness, just like these players do. I want them to do well for the coach and themselves so we can win a 6, a 7, a 8, a 9, a 10th, or whatever until Dak is no longer there for whatever reason. God have you, he stays with the team for a long time. But you don't know what the future holds because we don't have that crystal ball to tell us.
Well, Daryl Cowboy. I'm gonna put your name as Daryl Cowboy Shap. This is what's going on. It doesn't matter, as far as people helping out with the channel with money or remunerations. The best thing that anybody can do for me is hit that like button, share the content, and just tell a friend, neighbor, foe, man, I listen to this dude, whether it be early in the morning, late at night, film session. He does it all, interviews, panel talk. Man, this dude flat out love the Cowboys, right? So
I love every one of you guys.
That's the best way. That's the best way to help this thing out, man. I appreciate you. I do.
I love you. I love Big Game James.
Yeah.
I love Skywalker Steele, Brian Broaddus, Jeff Kavanaugh,
dogs,
all of them, David Hellman, Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Charlie Jones, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, all of them, because they're Cowboys. They breed passion. They want to do well, not just for people, but for their brand, for themselves, to put good things out there in this life that people can enjoy and have something to do, especially with all this crazy stuff going on. This COVID thing and all this weird stuff and all this weird things going on besides that on this earth, to take your mind off of it. Because us passionate fans have to have something to look forward to it, and you got to be passionate about.
We got to, man. We got to. And man, you're speaking nothing but the truth, man. Appreciate you, man, so much. What else you got for the show?
That's it, man. I just want to tell you I love you, and let's go win some championships for the next 3 or 4 years. Let's do this thing.
I got you. We're going to go get that ring, baby. Let's go. Appreciate
do this thing, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, I love it, man. I love it. If they like it, I love it. If they love it, I love it. That's just how it goes. I like the logo groove better, man. It just seems like, I don't want to be vain with my face everywhere, on monuments and things like that. So the logo looks neat. It looks good up there. That's where I'm going to flow with it from here on out. Shout out to you, Ninja Nuts, man. Appreciate you, Jay Lombardi, and everybody else, man. Yeah, so I got Mr. Right Side up next, man. We're going to bring him on the board and what he got for the nation. Let's bring him on in. Let's go. What you got for the show?
Law Nation, what's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Man, it's your world. I'm just trying to pay rent.
Hey, man, I'm doing the same thing like you. Couple things before I get into my Cowboy talk. Big shouts out to you as always. New media, you know how we do it.
Oh yeah,
and you doing it big, bro. We love the content. Second thing is you said something really big to me earlier, man. Talking about coaches. Mm-hmm. I coach myself. I done been a D coordinator. I done been a head coach at a little league level, just nothing big. But
no, you're a coach now, man. So now from here on out, if you a coach, man, let me know, and I'm gonna call you by your name, man. You coach Right Side, man. But go ahead, coach.
And one thing you said, my son is 6, and it's certain things that I've worked with other coaches who they couldn't get through to their child, right? But then I come say something and it resonates with them. The coaching atmosphere, that coaching mentality that you have, it do really affect people in a different way than what the parents may be able to do. So when you said that, it really resonated with me, brother. I just want to put that out there.
Oh, yeah.
But I had a couple things for the show today, brother. First, Simi Fehoko, right? We hadn't talked that much about offense since we know we need to fix the defense so bad. But Simi Fehoko, man, 6'4", I think it was a 4.39 speed. Just trait wise, not saying he gonna beat this individual, but it's Calvin Johnson-esque. You see what I'm saying? He has that same size, that build, that speed that Calvin Johnson had.
Woo! You putting it on him, man.
If we get half of what Calvin did from Simi, that's a win as far as a pick go for Dallas right there. That's the first thing I had. What do you think about that?
What was the kid that was drafted from Notre Dame? He went over to the Steelers. Is the name at the tip of my tongue? Y'all can help me out. Maybe we could put him in those, I think his name was Chase or something.
Claypool.
Chase Claypool. Let's start off he give us that type of vibe, but a better route runner. So, and I think his hands probably be a little bit more stickier. But let's put him in that mode first before we go all the way to the other guy. I don't want to curse the ground from under his feet, coach. I don't want to do him like that, coach.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, but I like the kid. I can't wait till I do my full breakdown of him.
Nah, hey, he and one thing I really liked is how he came out and what do you say about Kelvin Joseph? What do you say about Nashawn Wright? They dog.
Oh, you said the word. Yeah.
All the Cowboy Nation, we all feel the same way about it. We have been lacking that dog mentality. We've been lacking that attack mentality that you need to be successful in this league. And just hearing the individual come out and say something like that, that's what we want to hear. You understand? That's what we want to hear. Yeah. Now, second thing is this: Dan Quinn, and I'm pulling from experience. I told you I was a D coordinator. I was a head coach at one time. Head coaching wasn't my thing. The reason being is because I spent too much time with the defense.
Right.
Because that's where I kind of started at, was that D coordinator position. And I think it's kind of the same thing with Dan Quinn. He was successful as far as getting the Falcons to the Super Bowl, but I mean, they only gave up the biggest lead ever in the Super Bowl. So, head coaching may not be directly his thing, but coordinating that defense is something that we haven't had. I mean, Rod Marinelli was the dude to tell you, don't give me talent, give me my guy.
Give me my guy. Yeah.
We want the talent, and the thing I'm looking at with these two linebackers we drafted, both of them fit that Quinn mold. They got speed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You look at Jalen, love Jalen to death. Love the story behind Jalen. Jalen ain't produce. We need him to produce. Tackles 10 yard downfield. You can lead the team with 10 yard down.
Yes, indeed, Coach. Yeah.
We need you to fit those running around blocks, all that. Now, sometimes you got to take a block on and share the block to go make a play versus running around the block and then making the tackle down the field. So, you know, I'm just looking at what we did at the linebacker position first. I'm loving it because I think just excuse my language.
No, you good, Coach.
Pretty soon, maybe. Hey, Jalen, he may be a June 1st cut. I don't see it happening that way, but it's a possibility. But with what we got right now, we got speed, and then Michael Parsons being that attack linebacker, covering people out the backfield, Swiss Army knife, is what I like to call him, because if I was coaching them, I'm using them in multiple different roles. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll find out, man. Really appreciate you so much, Coach, for calling in. I'll get back with you. Let's
good,
continue
bro.
to grind and shine, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your love and adulation for the nation. That's what I'm talking about. I got the next man with the plan, and he don't need no introduction, because when y'all see his name up there, y'all gonna already know who he is. And I love when you guys call in. It's always giving us this good vibe, this good feeling, this good situation. And Coach, man, Coach Dave called in, and Daryl called in, and my guy DC for life, basically 0404 Kev, he called in, and I love this, man. And Coach Rightside, man, I really appreciate you as well. Let me bring in my dog over here. Y'all gonna see his name. Yeah, what's good with you, man? How you living?
What's up, Lord?
Yeah.
What's going on, man? This was one hell of a show tonight, and I just want to say this. Thank you. The Cowboy family love you, and we're praying for you and your family, and for you to go higher than what you're going right now, Lord. This is great content, and to those two coaches, that's what we need in society, man. Yep. Every time you turn on the TV, it's a coach doing something inappropriate, and he going to jail. Don't ruin his life. But we got two men, Coach Rightside and Coach Dave. See, now, them the kind of men I trust my son with. You see what I'm saying? I trust my son with. So let me get down to my comment. Let me tell you something, man. He was right about Jalen.
Yeah.
I watched Jalen avoid tackles, running down there like he chasing a dog at the dog track.
Oh, you said dog. You said dog, Coach. You know, well, Uncle Charles, I'm calling you Coach now. Yeah.
And what he don't understand is Jalen made a systematic mistake. I love the story too. I pray for Jalen. I love the story too, but he was more looking at a brand than his play out on the field. And it didn't work. And I believe Jalen is still hurt. I don't think he can move his leg like he used to. And so I'm going to make a prediction right now. Jalen Smith will be a June 1st cut. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it's going to happen. We cannot, like the young gentleman, like the young brother said, man, it's so good to have law on this channel where you don't have to worry about this stuff going on out here, all this crazy stuff with COVID, and then focus on your family, focus on your job. And when law come on, man, you can just take your hat off, kick your shoes off, and pick a cold one and listen to the real content. So let me just say this. I am not, and me and you talk about this all the time, I am not going to let the Cowboys run me crazy. I just ain't going to let them do it. Because if that happened, I was already crazy 10 years ago. I'm not going to let them run me crazy. You know, I tell you this. You know, I was a young man going to college.
Right.
And I'm talking about crazy. I'm a young man going to college. Make this real cool. We got a lady down the road named Miss Grimes. I would go by there and speak to Miss Grimes. Hey, Miss Grimes, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And on this particular morning, something just wasn't right. And I go into school and go up there to the bus line, and I stopped in the yard, talked to Miss Grimes. I said, Miss Grimes, how you doing? She sat there with a radio and drinking some drank whatever she's drinking and spit tobacco. And I said, how you doing?
Yeah.
I said, she said, I'm doing all right, but my mind ain't right no more. I said, okay, well, that's unfortunate, Miss Grimes. And Mr. Bill came out the house across the street. Mr. Bill said, hey, Charles, how you doing? I said, hey, Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill is a karate instructor, retired. He used to train Bruce Lee, Billy Blank, Van Damme. He used to train all those guys.
Yeah.
And not sooner I turn around, birds come out the trees, and they landed on the porch. When I turn around and talk to Mr. Bill again, I turn around, and the birds was chewing on Miss Grimes' feet. I said, Miss Grimes, them birds chewing on your toes and your feet. She said, don't worry about it, baby. I'm used to it. I got the hell out that yard. Because let me tell you something. They were chewing on her feet like Buffalo Wild Wings. I got on the street, man, and get that bus real quick. Because, I'm shook. I'm shook. And the white gentleman come out. He said, I see you out there in the morning. How you doing? I said, well, I'm doing all right. I just finished going to school. He said, but I'm having a hard time. I said, what's going on? I'm sweeping these dead birds out my yard. I said, well, what's killing them? He said, I don't know. And then I thought about it. I said, they probably was up there chewing on Miss Grimes' feet up in their yard. And that's why they sunny side, belly up dead, chewing on them damn feet. Now, if you think that's crazy, that ain't as crazy as what you gonna hear. By the time I got back from school, it was other birds coming. It's like them ones that was chewing on feet told me, come on, y'all get something to eat too. Now that's damn crazy. That's mental health. And I'm not gonna let the Cowboys run me crazy, and surely he ain't gonna let Miss Grimes run me crazy. But I'm gonna tell you something, Law. I got a gift for you. I want to send it to your mailing address. Your mailing address is still valid?
Oh yeah, it's still valid.
Well, I got a gift for you. I'm gonna send it in the mail. I performed out at the Hoover Stardome Comedy Club 3 or 4 times, and I want to make you the first person to receive my stand-up comedy on stage live. And I'm gonna send it in the mail, make a copy, and send it back to me. And I'm gonna send it to you. That's for you and your wife to enjoy. And man, y'all gonna have a blast. And I'd like to thank you again, brother. You know I love you, Law. I love you. You know I do.
Appreciate
and man, keep doing what you're doing because we behind you, baby.
Oh, yes. Appreciate you, Uncle Charles, man. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir.
And I'll post the mailing address. It should be in the description box on this particular video or any of my videos, my P.O. box. So I really appreciate you so much. Let's continue to grind and shine. Let me give you one of these. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's Uncle Charles, man. Always delivering and giving us nothing but the best with concepts and beyond. I really appreciate him so much, man. And I can't wait to hear that tape and that stand-up comedy. He always delivering some type of message, and it's an important message with meanings. And he said he's not going to allow the birds to drive him crazy because what the birds are doing have nothing to do with him. All he got to do is stay focused on his task. Hey, you see what the birds are doing to that lady's feet? They dying. They flying crazy, belly side up. So it's always good because he give us the unbelievable stuff. Shout out to you, Caesar. Shout out to you, Jay Lombardi. Shout out to you, Right Side, man. Really appreciate you. And Williams. Kelvin, I see you made it back. DC for life, man. Let me add you right back in, man. What's your final words for the night, man? What's good?
What's my final words for the night, man? Pretty much all I got to say is, man, I want some dogs, man, like myself. I used give me that bean
when
dog.
you say
Give
that
me
word,
bean
man.
dog. There we go. That's the one I love. But man, I used to be a boxer, and I boxed at San Marcos at Gary Job Corps. And
what weight class? What weight class?
Middleweight. No, I'm sorry. Heavy welterweight.
Okay.
I was like 160 pounds. I'm 6'3".
6'3", 160. Okay. Good reach.
Yeah, and I got a good reach. I mean, you can tell from my arms, man.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, my coach, he was a real cool dude. He was, I might not be politically correct, but he was a black dude, and 2-time Golden Gloves Navy boxer.
Okay. Oh wow.
And this dude was tough as nails, man. And oh man. And I walked in one time in the sparring ring and saw a circle of people around him. And I walked in there and I'm like, "What's going on, coach?" And he's like, "I've got this dude right here." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "He's 255 and no one's in his weight class and no one wants to spar him." I said, "Well, I'll spar him. I don't care."
Okay.
He's like, "Well, I'll have him hold back on you." I said, "Don't do that shit. That ain't no fun."
Right.
And I said, if we're gonna spar, I want him to come at me full force, and I'm not gonna hold back either. And so we went at it, and hell, I was running circles around this dude, hitting him with jabs and hooks and everything I had, man. And he hit me with 2 good punches, man. And one knocked me clear across the ring, damn near. And then that was a body shot, and then the other one was an uppercut. He hit me with an uppercut, and it hit my jaw. I could not. I kid you not, Law. I could not close my jaw for the night. I slept with my mouth open all night.
You got that weak chin, huh?
Yeah, he hit me. Well, I mean, he was 255 pounds. He had 100 on me. So, and man, that and the next day, that dude came up to me, and I was expecting him to talk crap, but he was like, "Man, look, I respect you. You were the only one that got in that ring with me, and if you ever have any trouble, I got your back."
Facts.
And that's not what I was expecting. I thought he was going to come at me, but I want those kind of dogs on our team, man. It's not the size of the dog in the fight; it's the size of the fight in the dog.
Right. The willingness, the understanding that, hey, this guy's 255, I'm 163 on a good day, and I'm gonna jump in the ring. What was his height, by the way? Was he 255 and tall, or was he 255 and short? You know.
He's probably about 255 and at least 6 foot tall.
He's 6 foot with you. Okay, so yeah, man. Hey, he got his workout in easily, and you got a handful. What did your coach say, man, that you needed to work on?
He was always like, "Man, you need to work on your dodging and everything, and
keep those feet moving, and don't drop those hands, man. Keep the hands up. He catch you in your jaw."
And Muhammad Ali was always my favorite, man. That was my idol growing up. That was my guy, man. I looked up to him so much, and like float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, man. That's what I wanted to be. And man, he. I mean, now that I look back and being the way I am, man, I do have pretty quick reactions. I've noticed it at work, and it's pretty funny, but you know, stuff will be falling, and I'll be quick to move out of the way, or someone will come at me, swinging apart, and I'll put my hand up and move away. You know, I kind of have those cat-like reflexes, man. I'm gonna get out of the way. You ain't got to worry about me.
No doubt. DC for life, Kev. Man, appreciate you so much, man. Wonderful story. We're going to chop this one up, man, and put this out there to the atmosphere, man. But I really appreciate you for calling back in.
Can I add one more thing, though?
Go ahead.
Man, I think Kelvin Joseph, man, he's one of those guys that, man, he's going to be having those brass knuckles in his socks and hit and spinning helmets with them, man. I mean, he's a dog. He's a dog, man. He's going to be tearing them up out there.
Yes, indeed, man. He plays with that chip on his shoulder with a dog mentality, and I love it. I don't like it at all. I love it. But appreciate you for calling in, fam. Let me give you one of these. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Yeah. That's a good call from a dog, man. Always delivering some good information. I should have tell him to show me that star again. Cowboy Nation. Really appreciate everybody, man, for jumping in and being part of this show tonight. It's been a wonderful, wonderful thing, man, for you guys calling in and being that voice of reasoning for me. And we're going to wrap this one up, man. Appreciate everybody. for being part of this show, Cowboy Nation. I want you guys to know this right here. The off season is long, and it's long for a reason. It's long for people to understand that, hey, I might be at this spot right now, but later down the line, I'm going to be here, predicated upon the work that I put in. Coaches says, man, the only way that you can beat me if you out-practice me, and you're not going to do that. That's what my coach, Doc Woods, he was the first one in the building, the last one to leave. May he rest in peace. And he went to Mississippi Valley, and he was coaching over here in Natchez, Mississippi, and he would tell people, man, I got records. I'm a legend. The grass would die behind my feet. I can't even walk on concrete in Valley. He was a legend before Jerry Rice. That's what he would say. The concrete would turn to sand. And he would say this, too. He was so fast that he can turn the lights off and he'll be in bed before dark. And you'd be saying, come on, Doc, man, you ain't doing all of that stuff. But then you go into his office, you see all of the trophies, you see all of the former football players and beyond shaking his hands, and you see all of the awards. And then you say, man, I inspired to be like him. Matter of fact, I wanted to be better than him. I want to take his records so I can say, man, you might was fast back in your days, but I'm better. And those are the challenges of life. Those are the things that you bring forth to an individual. Now we are many coaches. Now we take his stories and we share that with others. And it goes a long way, not a short way, Cowboy Nation. And his values and all of those things, man, it marries up and it rests with me. And some of you guys are getting some of the stuff that Coach taught me. How about that? Shout out to your right side, man. Appreciate you so much for jumping in, Coach. Good job, fam. Appreciate you, Coach. Appreciate you, Coach. You got to put your name up there, Coach Right Side now, man. You got to change that YouTube name so I can see it. All right, so Cowboy Nation, let's continue to grind and shine, baby. Let's go. A prize fighter, just like Kelvin, even when the opposition is 255 pounds, and he may be 160 on a good day. Got to continue to fight, even though they punch you in the jaw and you got a weak one now. You got to continue to swing blows because you know that all it takes is one hit. All it takes is one opportunity to knock the opposition down, to knock the opposing threat down. I come here to tell you guys right now that the Dallas Cowboys, everybody laughing and scoffing at us, right? They say, Law, it's been 25 years, going on 26 years without a ring, without a trophy, without things to showcase and show out with, right? Why are you still the Cowboys fan? Why you didn't move on from here? I come here to tell you guys that we don't fold up like wallets and lawn chairs. We're so great, we got teams and fans from other teams jumping over here to hear what we got to say. Because some part of their hearts that they want to be like us. They want to represent the DC for life like us. They want to wear the silver and blue like us. But they can't. We don't fold up like lawn chairs or cheap wallets. We stand firm, Cowboy Nation. Hey, with the meditations of our hearts and soul and sinew, we fight for this team. A third of us were fans of this team before Jerry, Wayne, Jones bought this team, right? So we grind, baby. We support this team. Hell and high water, we gonna be out there at the Star, at Oxnard. They can say, hell, they practicing somewhere in Guam. We there because we Cowboy Nation. And we gonna take over wherever we at. Name me a city. And I'm gonna tell you, Cowboy Nation, we there. We dominate. Let that sink in. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scarcity with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness, or body, or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and besetted with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, guess what? Oh yes, we will. Oh, we will get it. Let's continue to grind and shine. Turn me up. Yeah. Come on. Let me see some fire emojis in the chat box, baby. Shout out to all of the soldiers out there. Shout out to everybody that's subscribed today. Let's continue, baby. Yeah. Let's go. It's wartime, baby. It's wartime for your mind. Y'all already know, man. 2 episodes, 2 songs. We riding. Thank those who donated. Thank those who wanted to give but couldn't give. We grinding. Young Nick, tell him.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she icy. Freeze.
Let's go.
Photo, please.
Yeah.
Photos. G's.
Let's go.
Please.
David Chris, appreciate you. Stu, shout out to you. Brandon Bell. Yeah. Apostle, let's go.
I'm just warming up a way till I producer saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up. Talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really excites me.
Go Nation.
One of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell
Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Jay Lombardi. Shout out to Caesar, Paul, Tony, yeah, Avery, King Munch.
I got paid to play today. I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today. I got paid off
Williams, appreciate you.
Gerald Beasley. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul.
Yo.
Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low.
Yo.
Who the realest, we might never know. All the
Tiffany.
second, you go play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up.
Dallas, appreciate you.
You're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're all on
Jay
life like
Madison, let's go.
Boy, get out the way, it's been a day, now you're old news. Now you got the pen and pad, you're trying to take my moves. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on
Bruce,
she ice.
let's go.
Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she ice. Freeze, photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos.
We grinding to shining, Cowboy Nation. We grinding to shining, baby. Let's continue to do that. Let's continue to push this thing all the way out and add them up, baby.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me
Where the
thinking
enemies
they're
at?
friends. 10 toes down, I'll
10
be
toes.
to the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands.
Yeah.
Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my
Global
sins. I do it
pain.
for real,
Appreciate
no
you.
reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again.
Yo, come on.
Bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on
Kramer,
me.
appreciate you. Aloha. Let's go.
I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you
Bruce, I see you.
told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack
Gut
truck. Country heart,
bummer.
I'm a cop of farm and
Appreciate
go
you.
act up. Lot of scars, I was cold hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month. I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull,
Shout out to all my Facebook group. Appreciate y'all for over there.
No fault. I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll.
Tell 'em.
Pray up, get money, then we lay low.
Yo.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up.
We need some.
I'm just doing me, everything is on me.
Yeah.
No matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro,
For all the haters.
add it up.
Yo.
I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up.
Come on.
Told ya I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what. Told ya I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's figure this out. We got this. We do. Daryl, Jay, Gut Bomber, all of you guys. Let's go. We out. Peace.